Imagine being in a situation where you had to fight for survival in the wilderness. You lose your map on a hiking trip with no cell towers in sight. Your overnight camping trip turns into many nights. What would you do? How would you survive? My name is Allison Williams, and I'm going to demonstrate how to safely, effectively, and accurately pack for an outdoor trip. It is very important for anyone interested in the outdoors to have a basic knowledge on how and what to pack. As a wilderness first responder certified backpacker, I have logged over 200 miles in backpacking within the last 5 years all over the country. And I know the most important thing to remember when packing for a trip is to be prepared. The first step is to take care of your basic needs. The 3 basic needs for survival in the outdoors are 1, food, 2, water, 3, shelter. For any kind of outdoor trip, it is important to bring food. Things like apples, dried fruit and meats, nuts, and even packaged just add water meals are good for camping. Make sure that when you're packing for a trip, you bring 2 or more canteens of water and a form of water purification for multiple night trips, like a manual filtration system or chemical dropper purification. After that, be sure that you have shelter to protect you from the elements. A tent or tarp with a sleeping bag, or even a hammock under a tarp works. You want to make sure, however, not to only bring a hammock so that you can stay protected. Sleep and warmth are extremely important to having a safe and healthy trip. Water, food, and shelter are very important, but you wouldn't make it without fire. So step 2 is to make sure that you have a way to make fire. Fire helps backpackers in many ways, the most important ways being it helps you cook, it allows you to stay warm and helps you see better at night. First thing first, however, is to do your research and to make sure that there's not a fire ban on the area that you're staying in. Drought and other weather conditions affect the risks of wildfires from fires in the woods. Therefore, as to not be fined, make sure that you're aware of the safety and regulations of fire in that area. If there are no fire bans, then start by gathering dry logs, sticks, and leaves to build your fire on a dirt surface. Beware of making fires on grassy or leafy surfaces, however. Lastly, make sure that you have something to start the fire with. This can be accomplished with a lighter, flint rock, and many other materials. Now that the most practical needs are covered, let's talk about in case of an emergency. Step 3 is to always bring a first aid kit and to make sure that you have a safety measure in place. In your first aid kit, don't just bring Band-Aids. It's important for you to bring solutions to clean wounds, tape to brace rolled ankles, and oral medications for altitude sickness, stomach issues, and any other medical needs each individual may have. The second part of this step is to make sure that you have a way of getting help in more extreme emergency situations. Cell phones are not enough when you're 20 miles from any reachable vehicle, if you're even able to access cell service. There are devices that send tracking signals with your location to a friend or family member saying all clear for purchase online. I have used one of these called a Spot. These are helpful for when cell service is lost or your phone eventually dies. Lastly, and most importantly, make sure that someone knows where you are. Many injuries and deaths backpacking are preventable if help could have been reached sooner. Remember, the most important thing when backpacking is be prepared. You can do this by following the easy steps I've given you today. Step 1, take care of your basic needs of food, water, and shelter. Step 2, make sure that you have the materials needed and permission to start a fire. And step 3, always bring a first aid kit and always have a safety plan. Following these simple steps when preparing for an outdoor trip will help you never be fighting for your survival in the wilderness. Do you guys have any questions for me? Thank you.